So, Sugar Sean O'Malley comes out and says he signed an 8-fight deal with the UFC. All right, and I'm just going to go out here and say this. I understand that it's probably for a lot more money than I'll ever see, but it's still a bonehead move. It is still a bonehead move. Signing an 8-fight contract in the UFC is dumb. It's stupid. Because regardless of what they're paying you, yesterday's price is not today's price. Listen, by Sugar Sean O'Malley signing that contract, it makes me think he doesn't have as much confidence in himself as I once thought he did. Why am I saying this? Listen, you sign an 8-fight contract, you're signing it for security. You're signing that contract to feel secure, knowing that, hey, I'm on the docket for X amount of fights. But at the end of the day, the UFC can cut you whenever they want. They can cut you tomorrow. They could have cut you right after. They could have cut you before the ink dried on the contract. But at the end of the day, Sean O'Malley is thinking, 8 fights, I'm in there for this much money. You know what I mean? If I get like 3 of those fights, I'm probably set up for a long time. I don't know the details of his contract, but I do know this. The UFC's contracts are a lot easier to get into than they are to get out of. Say Sean O'Malley realizes a UFC championship. Do you think he's already a star? Do you think his value is going to still be worth the details in that contract? No, because stock raises and lowers. Well, you know what? I think the lack of confidence stems from the Chito Vera fight, because Chito Vera was the only fighter that was able to get Sean O'Malley to the ground and damage him for a meaningful period of time and get him out of there. That removed that aura of invincibility. Now, I know Sean O'Malley had the thing where he was saying he was still undefeated. He's not. He's not. And not only is he not undefeated, he was fucking finished. Okay? Looked great against Petr Yan. Excellent striker. Fast, rangy, fleet of foot. Bantamweight. Do you guys really see a guy like Aljamain Sterling? You saw what he did to Corey Sandhagen. You guys really see a guy like Henry Cejudo who's coming back? Listen, these guys are going to take Sugar Sean off of his feet and have their way with him. They're going to take him off his feet and have their way with him. That's what's going to happen. If Chito Vera can get Sean O'Malley to the ground and finish him, you don't think better fighters could? You don't think better fighters could? If Sean O'Malley had all the confidence in the world, hey, you just beat the former champion. Why are you not fighting for the belt? Why are you not even asking to fight for the belt? Why are you not campaigning to fight for the belt? Because you don't think you can beat the champion. And I'm not mad at you for that, because I don't either. At the end of the day, Sean O'Malley signed an 8-fight contract. So regardless of how his next 3, 4, 5 fights go, the UFC ain't got to pay him no more than what it says in that damn contract. Sean O'Malley could win the next 5 fights by knockout. He could win the belt in 2 fights and defend it 3 times. He's still under contract. Do they renegotiate if he gets the belt? Well, I'm sure that's probably in the contract. But it's already in the contract. There is no renegotiations. So, with that being said, listen, Anderson Silva signed a 9-fight contract right after getting beat by Chris Weidman the first time. Okay? The first time. Now, we know that Silva broke his leg, and we know he had a lackluster career after that. Picked up a couple wins, one that he probably shouldn't have got, and a few losses. And the UFC let him out of his contract because they didn't feel like he had anything left in the tank anyways at that point. Why not let him go? Sean O'Malley, 8-fight contract. So if the UFC still thinks that Sean O'Malley has anything left in him, say if he loses a couple fights, they're not going to let him go. If Sean O'Malley gets devastated, finished a few times, yeah, they'll probably let him out of the contract because they won't feel like he has anything left. That's when they'll let you go. When they don't feel like you have anything left. But I tell you what, if he gets out there and he blows the doors off of it, the UFC is not going to be inclined to line his pockets anymore. And they have no problem sitting fighters on the shelf. They've set champions on the shelf. They're not trying to renegotiate every time a fighter wins a fight. And I don't blame them for that. But signing an 8-fight deal is dumb. It's dumb. You're an independent contractor. An 8-fight deal. Now, he doesn't even get pay-per-view points. And he gets out there and he says, they said I can't get pay-per-view points because I'm not the champion. Conor McGregor ain't the champion. You don't think he gets pay-per-view points? Are you a star or not, Sean O'Malley? Guys, 8 fights. 8 fights. Let me know what you think in the comments, because I think this is really, really silly in my opinion. Stocks rise, stocks lower. The money can potentially stay the same regardless. Thanks for watching. And until next time, stay frosty.